Hey, what's going on? YST here. Welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. And today we're going to be going over ASTRANYX the Dark Fae in the Hard Doom Tower floor 40. As my channel does progress and I get access to the test server, so if you are new here, please hit that subscribe button. But yeah, it definitely helps out my channel. But as I do progress anyway, I'm going to be showing you each floor as I progress to it. Just like you guys, I have unlocked it in the exact same time as you. I haven't had any early access. So right now we're on floor 40. But as I get higher and higher, I'll be sure to bring out new videos on how to counter it on the new stages. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so ASTRANYX the Dark Fae is actually a really simple boss to take on. Kind of. It's very similar in my mind to the Fire Knight, using terminator manipulation and decreased speed to make sure to keep that shield down, or against the spider, keeping that terminator down and nuking them down as fast as possible. And today I'm going to show you teams that's very similar to what you'd see in a spider setup. So let's get into it anyway. So you can see here, this is the first team that I'm going to show you, but there's two teams. Actually, I'm not going to show you this one first. Let's go into the other team. So the first one I do want to show you is this one. Deacon Armstrong, Value Surge. That's all I could say. He's like a very mini Lissandra, but it will work with Lissandra here as well. But the main thing you want to focus on is decreased defense, decreased attack when you get to the higher stages, because you do not want to get nuked. But for this stage right now on stage 40, if this is where you want to hit, you could do it without decreased attack, which I can show you today. But yeah, the main thing is decreased defense, drop terminator, and decreased speed. You want to make sure you keep that terminator down as long as possible, and don't put very tanky champions in your teams. Because first of all, when I first did it, I went in there with Duchess, I went in there with Underpriest Brogni, and I just got completely wrecked because you get a mirror copy of yourself and you have to kill yourself. So bear that in mind. Do champions that you know you can nuke down very quickly. Once you kill them, you're ready to rock and roll, keep that terminator down lots and lots, and it's going to be happy days for you. So let's get into this run first, and then we're going to go into the next team as well. And towards the end of the video, I'll show you all of the stats on all of my champions. Let's go. Are you guys struggling on this boss, by the way? Let me know. Oh, wait. I'm going to do this on manual first. I do recommend doing this so you can save all of your skills for when you get to the boss. So we're just going to do the takedown right there with Royal Guard. And by the way, Heart Seekers and Royal Guard's enemy max HP skills, even your Septimus for example, they work pretty good on this boss. I know that it's been reductioned or reduced, but it definitely does pull out wonders. So yeah, the key for this is just save all of your abilities, guys. Keep all of them. You want to keep your takedowns, you want to keep your Heart Seekers, because you want to instantly kill yourself when she mirrors you. So let's just cycle through here. And also on Royal Guard, that terminator reduction and the decreased speed is really good. Alright, so from here, you just want to kind of A1 everybody. And thanks to everyone who joined my stream, by the way. I did my first ever Twitch stream yesterday. It was a lot of fun. Had a lot of you guys there. I was expecting like 5 viewers or something, but it did pretty well. Come on, let's just get through this now. Nearly there. Polarium never failed to put a champion that's annoying. That Daywalker, he revives himself. It's always a Paragon or someone like that. Alright. Boom. Alright, so we're against the boss right now. And this is what you want to do. Have your speed lead. Deacon Armstrong is a really solid choice, but you do not need to have him. You can use people like Padma. You can use people with CC champions, Shatterbones. Anyone with terminator reduction or any kind of terminator fill will benefit your team against this boss. So decreased defense here. I'm just going to put this on here. And then is anyone alive right now? Nope. See, what I usually like to do is put the Heart Seeker on someone that's going to be annoying, but we're just going to do the AoE for now. Alright, and now we can just do this. And because I've got the preset, which I'm going to show you straight after this run, all I have to do is click auto and enjoy. It doesn't matter if they robbed Cold Heart there. You're going to see once this starts cycling around, that's it, we're in sync. Very simple strategy, guys. You're treating it very similar to a Fire Knight. What do you do against Fire Knight? You keep that terminator down and make sure the shield doesn't go back up. In this one here, you keep that terminator down, kill him as fast as possible, and just make sure she doesn't take a turn. And even if she does, Let's just click it off auto. This skill here banishes one enemy champion and spawns a mirror copy of them onto ASTRANYX's team. This is on a 4-turn cooldown, so as long as you can keep that turn meter down for 4 turns, she's not going to mirror copy your entire team ever again. She may occasionally steal one of your champions, but that's not the biggest deal in the world. Let's just finish this on auto. And this is where in the later stages you want to make sure you have decreased attack on the boss to make sure that you're not mitigated in any way possible. You see that, guys? The enemy max HP on this boss does pretty well. Look, 160k hits. So I know a lot of you guys don't use your double reroll guards anymore since the new stage 25 spider came out. But this has made it viable again. Value surge on the reroll guards. Come on, let's go. The second team we're going to do is for people that doesn't have double reroll guard. They may only have 1 cold heart and is using 3 accessible champions. So we're going to get into that straight after this. Come on, Allure, let's go. Deacon Armstrong, amazing champion. I've actually built him in a relentless set. And then we're just going to hopefully finish him off right now. Come on. And there we go, nearly. There we go. So the Dark Fae in 95 turns. My best turns at the moment was 83. That's not insane by any means, but we're not using any legendary champions. None at all. We're just using a cold heart, double reroll guard, 1 allure, and a Deacon Armstrong. I know a lot of you guys don't have double reroll guard, but it's not mandatory. That's just one thing I really want to express. Anybody that does a turn meter reduction or decreased speed is going to be beneficial in your team. The royal guards for me right now is just speeding up the process, but the end result is going to be exactly the same. All you need is drop turn meter. There is many champions in this game that can do it. Shatterbones and Psylocke is a very solid option. All of these kinds of champions are just amazing. So let's just get into the next run right now. So Dark Fae, team setup. I did do a preset on this one as well. Actually, let me just show you the preset on this one first. So what I've done here is always prioritize the turn meter fill or turn meter drop. And then you want to always prioritize the A3 because that drops that turn meter and adds that decreased speed. Same with the second royal guard here. Allure, we've got block this, and only prioritize the A1. On the manual, when you're killing all the waves in the very beginning and killing the mirror copy of yourself, of course you can do it manually. But after that, once you hit auto, you want to only be doing the A1. On Cold Heart, you want to always prioritize that Heart Seeker because that's what's dealing the enemy max HP ability and dropping that turn meter down. So let's just go into the next team. So this next team here is, once again, using Deacon Armstrong. Once again, you do not have to use that champion if you do not have him. Just use champions that can reduce turn meter. So we've got Vizix the Unbowed, which is a free legendary champion that we all attain. We've got 1 Royal Guard, 1 Cold Heart, and Ninja. Once again, you do not need to have a Royal Guard. You may not even need to have a Cold Heart. Just make sure you've got people that drop turn meter on a regular basis. On the A1, on the A3. Even people like Biggin. I used Biggin before, but I didn't want to showcase him because he's not free to play. He's RNG, and these champions here are a lot more accessible, being an epic rarity, and free champions. We all have Ninja by now. Let's go. So same kind of deal here. You just want to manual wave through the waves, and decreased speed on Vizix is very clutch here. So I'll see you guys at the boss. Let me just get through this. And alright, so we've just got up to the boss right now, and once again we have to kill ourselves. Bearing in mind, when we get to stage 120, it's going to be a lot more harder. But the one way to counter it is, don't use champions that have extremely high HP base stats. Or even just like really well built with high HP. Because if you're facing a Duchess, what's going to happen? The same way that people are struggling to kill your Duchess, you're going to struggle to kill your own. So bear that in mind when you're doing this boss. You just want to make sure you can kill yourself as fast as possible. Alright, so what you want to do here is, the main thing of having a Vizix in here is CC. This is the second way of doing it. So you provide the provoke, so your enemy team or yourself cannot kill yourself. They're only attacking Vizix. And on top of that, she's got the A1 turn meter reduction on the A1. Very solid champion. So you can see here, everyone's provoked right now. And hopefully you can kill someone. Alright, we want to save that Heartseeker. And then what do you do here? Click auto and enjoy. Ninja deals a lot of damage here. She's very MVP for this. Oh no. She used that turn meter reduction on the Deacon Armstrong. It's alright. It'll be completely fine. As soon as Ninja takes a turn again, it's pretty much over, because his damage scales the more he goes against the same boss in the same round. I want to see more of that HP, or HP burn. Come on, Ninja. Who would have thought that Ninja would actually be an amazing champion? Do you remember when everyone was hating him? He's a really solid champion. If I had him at the start when I first played this game, he would have been a huge help. Look at that, guys. I'm going to get into the stats and everything that I've done straight after this. There we go. That's where Royal Guard is really solid. Turn meter on the A1 on Physics. I'm telling you guys, it's a dream. Alright, we're pretty much nearly done here. This was the team I got my fastest time with. But of course, if you just come in here with nuke champions, you're probably going to be able to do it a lot quicker. I'm going to play with that behind the scenes. But this video is just more of like, more accessible ways to beat this boss. And hopefully a lot of you guys can relate to this. If you're doing this in the normal one, you're going to have no problems even if you just have 2 of these champions, as long as they've got masteries on. There we go. 83 turns, and that's exactly my best time as well. Really solid team, guys. I hope this helped you out a lot if you are struggling on this boss. It's very simple in my opinion once you get the team right. But let's just go into the stats and facts of my champions, and I'm going to show you the speeds that the Dark Fae reaches once you get to stage 120. So okay guys, in the bottom right of the screen right now, I'm going to show you all of the speeds that Dark Fae will provide. So it's 210 speed on the hard stage 40, on hard stage 80 it goes up to 230 speed, and on 120 it goes up to 250 speed. The resistance is 150 on 40, 200 on 80, and 330 on the 120 stage. So as you progress, of course you're going to have to play around with your gear, you're going to have to make your champions a little bit more better. But that is the aim of the game. We all ask for more difficult content in this game, and in my personal opinion, it's good to have a challenge. But who do you struggle more on, Dark Fae or Bommel? I think now with that Burin Geary champion or that Samur Gem quest, it shows that it's a lot more easier than a lot of us first thought, including myself. If you don't have very endgame champions, it's a really tough boss, don't get me wrong. But if you do want to see a Bommel video, comment it below, I'll be sure to get that out for you. I just wasn't sure how many of you would be interested in a stage 10. Is that something you want to see? Because I do not have access to the test server, and until I get more subscribers, it's not going to happen. So smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. But let's go into the stacks of my champions. So on my Physics, the one that you've seen today was a 257 accuracy. Of course, I'm going to have to boost this up when I get to the higher stages. And 220 speed. My Deacon Armstrong is in a relentless set. We've only got a rank 12 on the chest plate there. But the main thing was just speed, and he's rocking at a 251 speed. And the more turns he takes, the quicker my run's going to be, because he's dropping that turn meter and adding that War Master. On top of that, this is the Cold Heart I used today, and she's rocking at a 227% crit damage and a 100% critical rate. It doesn't have to be this well. The main reason for my Cold Heart, if I'm honest, is that turn meter reduction and just speeding up my runs. The enemy max HP has been nerfed, and it's gone down with the damage reduction. So just bear that in mind. You may not even need these kind of stats. I did have a second Cold Heart, but I didn't use that one today. The Royal Guards that I used, this was number 1. 206 speed, 247% crit damage on that one. And on this one here, 250% crit damage and 100% crit rate. And then if we head into my Allure, which was the MVP, I'm actually looking to build a second one. Who would have thought? Dupe system for the win. I'm joking. 240 speed, 100% crit rate, because you need that for this skill here. On the A1, attacks 3 times at random, decreases the target's turn meter by 25% on each critical hit. If you're not critting, your run is going to be extremely RNG. So the first plan of action is high accuracy, high crit rate. I already built this champion for the resistance for stage 120, and I'm going to make sure when I build my second Allure, if I do, I'm going to have to build it in a very similar way. Honorable mentions here that's in my roster anyway. Grohawk the Bloodied, if you look here, he steals the target's turn meter, and he fills his turn meter if he is attacking enemies under decreased speed, and that is something that you're going to be doing. And he also applies that decreased speed on the A1. So if you don't have a decreased speed champion and you're looking to drop extra turn meter, Grohawk is a very viable option. But one of the MVPs that I like to say is Lysandra, who I personally don't have. But this champion right here, Sylar, she is absolutely amazing. attacks all enemies. So once you come up against yourself, you can clear that a lot quicker. On the A2, decrease accuracy, and then also a decreased speed and decreased turn meter on all enemies by 40%. Sylar, solid choice. I have not got one built on my account at the moment, but I may look to doing it. Just some honorable mentions there for you today. So if you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and let me know in the comment section, are you going to be trying out these strategies, and have you been struggling with the Dark Fae boss or the bosses in general? Take care everyone, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.